Hi guys, I did a video, yesterday on this tank, what else on there. So if you want to know what's in my community fish tank slash reptile tank, you can go watch the fish tank slash reptile tank, video. Actually it's still uploading right now, but, yeah. So I do have fish in here and I have snails. So what I feed them is bottom feeder, shrimp pellets. This is the pellets. It's not the, it's like the granules. It's not the, let's see if it'll focus. It's not like the sticks. The sticks are a little big, and the snails tend to grab things and run off with them. And so does, my red claw crab. So that's the best for those. And the fry actually enjoy that a lot more than these, tropical granules. I use the granules because to me the fish flakes are just messy. Um, they don't fall to the bottom like they're like the granules do. Um, but yeah, and I have the last of our crickets. I'll have to go get more crickets. Then I have about 75 mealworms left in this 100 count mealworms. And I'm going to dump them into this container and sort through them that way, just because that doesn't aggravate my allergies as much. This is Kiki. You may have seen her in other videos. She's grown up. She's about a year old. Anyway, this will be about 5 days worth of food for everybody. I may have to refill the mealworms a little faster than I would have to reintroduce crickets. But that's fine. I have mealworms that actually have mealworm and superworm cultures going right now. And I just checked them in my superworms. There's actually quite a few superworms in the making, so that's great. So yeah, let's get to feeding. I don't feed too many of these pellets. And I'll feed the fish in about 3 more days. The reason I don't feed them as often as most people do, most people feed them daily, is because I end up with this. And that's just waste from everybody. And my hope is that if I don't feed them daily, then they'll go and eat up all this crud before they, before I feed them again. Hopefully they'll get hungry enough and want to eat that stuff before I feed them again. And I have seen them floating around the front today begging for food, so that's why I'm going ahead and feeding them today as well. That's about how many pellets I give of this, the bottom feeder pellets. And then I just throw in a good pinch of these floating tropical fish pellets. And I keep this stuff somewhere else. I just brought it over here so I can show everybody what I feed. So here's the mealworms. So we'll go ahead and transfer them into my container. And I do use these quite often for things. I've used them for feeder bowls before, things like that. But they do come in quite handy. I'll just set you guys there for now and grab my tweezers. I feed mealworms because they're smaller than superworms. The green anoles and the grass lizards can't eat them. Can't eat the superworms. 1 second. Cat climbing where she shouldn't be. Because the grass lizards have a lot of smaller mouth than the green anoles. The green anoles can manage large crickets. The grass lizards cannot. Of course, the green anoles still do eat the mealworms out of the bowls, which is fine. I mean, they like them too, so. But eventually I'm hoping to get waxworms again, and hopefully in the future some horned worms. And that knocking is my cat scratching her post. Dubious. I can't have dubious here because they're a roach, and my father-in-law doesn't like roaches. So, can't do roaches. Let me get a few more for this bowl. I used to buy the big 500 count of these, and it was amazing, but the store I go to now doesn't have the 500 count, which is fine, so I have to buy 200 at a time. I used to go straight to Timberline, which is the company that these mealworms are processed through. Timberline. And they have crickets. They even have cactus and reptile salad and things like that, which is really awesome. So if we're ever in a pinch, we can go and buy, say, like 1,000 crickets from them, and then like 500 mealworms and superworms, which we've done in the past, but it's kind of out of the way, and they only open at certain times. The pet store I go to now is open from 9 to 7, which is a lot better for my husband's work schedule, and it's just a lot easier, more convenient to go there instead of all the way to the big box store. They're cheaper at the big box store, don't get me wrong, but it's just the convenience. The convenience of it is a little off, and it's a little farther away than the pet store I go to. The pet store I go to is Dee's Pets, and I love it. It's probably my favorite place to go, period. Okay, last few for this bowl, which stays off in the corner. It doesn't get frequented as much as the one that stays by the lights at the edge of the rock. So I'll put a few more than I would the other one. Okay. I'll just take this and we'll dump them back in their container. And ta-da, they're back in their little thing. So we'll do that. And that's about it for food preparation. I'm going to move all this stuff out of the way and then actually feed. I'm going to cap my fish food. Okay, so now I've got everything situated. I'm just going to uncap that. Isn't a big deal. Set that back there. We'll set these back here too for now until I get to them. And then we will dump our bugs. Let's see if he'll eat straight out of the container. Oh, calcium. Whoops. Actually, I gave him calcium not too long ago. Last time I fed, so this will be fine. I'll be getting smaller crickets for my smaller mouth lizards next time I go. I got a few last time, but it wasn't enough to be like substantial. So set this back where it goes, which is right there. Here's my fish food. This mealworm bowl with the Velcro. It's got Velcro on the back and on the bottom. It's just command strips. And it goes back here. And then this one goes here. I've only had it knocked in the water once, and that was yesterday. But is that cricket dead? Yeah, there's a dead one. Let me pull it out. And then save this one. And I will feed the fishy fish. So there, everybody's fed and happy. Let's stand here a minute and see if we can't catch any of the fish come to eat. There's a fry. There's a couple fry. I don't know if you guys can see them or not. I wish I could turn the flash off. There's a fry. There's another fry. Okay, well, there's my reptile slash fish feeding video. If you guys like this, if you want to know more on how I feed or how I make anything, anything like that, just shoot a comment and I can do some tutorial videos. I'm actually planning on doing a tutorial video for my 3D gecko background redo. I did one in the past, but as I said in my last video, it's not working like I need it to. So I'll have to be redoing it. So keep a lookout for that. I'm also thinking of doing more drawing videos. So keep an eye out. Here's everybody. Say bye-bye.